Hey everybody, welcome back to the studio. Welcome back to my channel. Well, today's another practical video where you get to try something with your camera and see what the results are. Now, we're going to be taking black and white pictures or monochrome pictures. And the way we're going to do it today is by using picture style. Before you start typing, before people get upset, there are different ways that you can take black and white pictures. There's hundreds of different ways that you can do black and white pictures. But the majority of them, other than setting the picture style, is in post-production. So you're going through and you're doing something in an editing program. And that's great. There's nothing at all wrong with that. The issue that I've been seeing a lot, though, is people come in here to have images printed, whether they shot them themselves or in many cases they had a professional photographer shoot, and they're not black and white. They're Smurf and white, they're green and white, they're red and white, they're yellow and white. They're all different colors in white, but they're not black and white. And many reasons for this, but the biggest reason is that people believe that their monitors are adjusted correctly. So they go in and they fool around on their computer, they adjust the image that they think is black and white, and then they come in to get it printed only to find out that their monitor is not color corrected. So if you're doing black and white, I strongly suggest, in fact, if you're doing any post editing, I strongly suggest that you get a color balanced monitor. And I have videos up about that. Search my channel. You'll find different ways of color correcting or testing your monitor. But this is another way that you can test your monitor. And this is another way that you can see, without doing post-production, what black and white should look like. Now, do I use this? Seldom do I use this myself unless I'm doing like I'm doing today, and that is playing around to see what it will do. But most of my stuff, if not all of my stuff that I do for production, is done by shooting it in color and then doing post-production. But this is a great way to pass a day and see the different looks that you can get in black and white without doing a lot of post-production. Then if you do want to do adjustments later, you can do that and you have a base to go from. Perfect example. I had somebody one day that was struggling big time. They phoned me up. They said, look, I just can't get my pictures to look good black and white. It just, and they were really upset. And I said, simple thing to do. Set your camera to monochrome, shoot something, open the image on your computer and see what it looks like. They did that and they said, oh, wow, the reason that I can't get the images to look black and white is because even the black and white images on my monitor aren't black and white. Exactly. Another person was struggling, blowing their images out, way too much contrast when they were doing post-production. So I told them, simply, set your picture style to monochrome, take some pictures, open them up, and see what they look like. As soon as they did that, they realized what they were doing wrong. So this is a great way to play around. This is a great way to learn. This is a great way to pass a day and get a different look. The other thing that it will help you do, and this is a big thing, is when you shoot stuff in color, it looks completely different than black and white. And I don't mean just by the color. I mean by how much contrast you see, by how much detail you see, by how much, just so much stuff that's different. So this is a great way to see what an image will look like in color and what an image will look like in black and white. And it's simple to do. So let's get into it. I'm doing it here in this office today instead of the other office because it's actually a Monday. We're actually open and I didn't want to take all my lights and stuff up there with customers coming in and out. So I'm in the back office today. I went and got a simple little candle oil thing and I got my camera. That's all I need. For the camera, you can use a point and shoot. You can use a DSLR mirrorless. You can use whatever as long as it has the adjustment on it under picture style someplace that you can take it to monochrome. Then you set your camera to monochrome and you start taking some pictures. But the cool thing is, like I just mentioned, you can also shoot them in black or in color and then shoot them in black and white to see what the differences are. And this will help you a lot. So let's do this. We're going to get the camera. We're going to get the camera on. We're going to go to menu. We're going to go to picture style. And we have it currently, or we're going to set it to faithful. And faithful, if you want to look in the picture style video that I did, it'll tell you what faithful is, but it's supposed to be the most true. It's supposed to be the closest to real color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply take the picture in color, and that is it. Done. Straightforward, simple, no big deal. Then I'm going to go back into picture style again, and I'm going to put it to monochrome. And I'm going to shoot the same picture again. And that's all there is to it. Simple, straightforward, that's it. Now, if you have a tripod, you can use a tripod to do this. And it works really cool with a tripod because the camera never moves, your subject never moves if it's a still subject. And you can take color picture, black and white picture, color picture, black and white picture. And if you want to, you can even move your lighting if you have a portable light source that you can move around. You don't need a flash. You can use many different things. You can set it by a window and see the sun coming in. You can put a sheet up to block something. You can use a flashlight, but you can see what lighting will do with your subject when you're shooting it in color and then when you shoot it in black and white. Now that we've taken the picture, now we're going to put them up on the computer. All there is to it. And you can do this with many different subjects. You can repeat this over and over. This is a great project to do when the weather's nasty outside, or it's a great project to do when you have to stay around the house. It's a great project to do when you want something to do, but you don't want to be like doing it for like 6 days straight. This is a quick project so that you can see what the looks are going to be, what black and white's going to look like, whether your monitor's close to black and white. It gives you so many different things. The only word of warning, and it's a big one. When you've set your camera to monochrome under picture styles, make sure you're changing it back. If you don't change it back, everything you shoot from now on will be in black and white or monochrome. So you want to make sure that you set your camera back when you're done this project so that it's back in black and white. And that's it. So I'm going to shoot a few other things. I'm going to wander around the studio, shoot some in color, shoot some in black and white, and I'll put them up so that you can see what I've done here. So all I did with these pictures was pick stuff around the studio, shot it in color, then shot it in black and white, and then went on to the next one. I didn't adjust exposure. I shot it in program mode, shot it in JPEG, and that's all I did. It's a great way, like I said before, it's a fantastic way to see what a color photograph will look like compared to a black and white photograph. Look at the shadows, look at the detail, look at the other stuff around, and it's a great way to learn. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll try it out. I hope you'll put down what your results are down below. And if you want to, get out there and shoot some pictures and shoot them in black and white. We'll talk to you next time. Enjoy the last of these pictures, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.